In the heart of Western Oregon lies a 750,000 square foot plus complex. So secret, few are allowed past the lobby.
If you love sports and you love product, this is kind of Disneyland.
Hundreds of motion picture cameras surrounding an indoor soccer pitch, speed sensors encircling an Olympic racetrack, electronic pressure plates embedded in a basketball court, biometric hookups to assess a runner's gait and posture, a hermetically sealed room that mimics the brutal heat and humidity of a Tokyo summer. All told, more than 800 pieces of testing equipment under the roof of the LeBron James Innovation Center, home to the Nike Sport Research Lab. An evolution from the company's experimental kitchen counter roots and a nod to its future of putting the athlete first.
This is our Nike Sports Research Lab in our Innovation Center, and this is the home to dreamers, creators, makers, engineers, some incredible teammates of ours who are all dreaming about serving elite athlete problems.
Yeah, what Nike as a brand is founded on, really at the core of our history and heritage, is listening to the voice of the athlete, right? Phil's point, we're in this amazing building where we have dreamers building the future and work with not only elite athletes, but the everyday athlete to take those insights and understanding and build not only for the elite, what you've seen being here today, but then are able to translate those innovations through every price point.
Amy Montagne is the new president of the Nike brand. Phil McCartney is the new chief innovation, design, and product officer, overseeing ideas across the company's 3 units, Nike, Jordan, and Converse. They are 2 of the key players in CEO Elliott Hill's full court press to reinvigorate growth following former CEO John Donahoe's reign. Under Donahoe, it was a tenure that saw annual sales begin to drop in 2024 as demand waned for the brand's lifestyle sneakers like the Nike Dunks and as relationships with retail partners soured. Elliott Hill is now trying to plug the hole with a refocus on athletic performance.
We're going to obsess sports. I think that's been, since Elliott returned, that's been a key part of our charge as a leadership team. And we're already starting to see the fruits. You know, we spend a huge amount of time bringing athletes here. We text with Faith Kipyegon, Eliud Kipchoge, LeBron James. We bring them to our home and then we go to their homes. So the origination for ideas is always the athlete. That's at the core of everything we do. And then we start to think about how do we apply those insights broadly to the 8 billion people who we're trying to invite into sport every single day.
So when it does actually go to market, are you going to target it towards the athlete, or are you going to try to maybe just target it towards the casual wearer?
Everything that we do and the focus on performance is listening to the elite athlete and capturing that data and information to help lead this amazing innovation. So we will for sure be connecting this story exactly to our athletes, which or who helped give us those insights, who we tested with, and that will be how we determine how we tell that story going forward. So it's very much about the insights from the athletes, the data we captured, the innovation we're delivering, and helping communicate that to consumers all over the world.
The reason that we start with elite athletes is when we solve those discerning problems, those milliseconds, micro millimeters, we can create products that then translate down for athletes every day all over the world.
Speaking of the everyday athlete, I put on my running shoes and geared up for an afternoon under the microscope of some of Nike's best researchers for a head-to-toe consultation. I even got a glimpse into the retailer's future with Project Amplify, a footwear system with lightweight motors and rechargeable cuff batteries that aims to help you move faster with less effort. Nike's Chief Science Officer, Matt Nurse, providing some words of encouragement along the way.
So we have an expression, if you have a body, you're an athlete.
Yeah.
And a lot of what we learn from elite athletes does trickle down and help everybody, but a lot of what we learn from everyday athletes does trickle up. You know, there's plenty of opportunities where technology, we have to sort of burn the candle from both ends and figure out where the best opportunity is.
The ethos though of the company, and particularly since Elliott has taken over, is put more a focus back on the athlete. I mean, what's the difference now between what you're doing in this building and say what Bowerman was doing, decades ago and, whatever shack he was working out of?
Honestly, today it's just a more modern, sophisticated incarnation of what Bill Bowerman was doing in his lab. This notion of having an idea on how you might improve an athlete performance or protection, actually building it, Bill Bowerman pouring into a waffle iron, modifying a shoe. That's what this building is designed to do, but allow more sports, more athletes, full speed, full motion, but we're solving the same problems, doing the same thing.
A little different this time around. Mounting pressure in the running space, under threat by competitors like On and Hoka. In its latest earnings release, Nike sprinting forward, driving over 20% sales growth in the category thanks to a redesign of its three big running franchises, Vomero, Structure, and Pegasus. The Converse brand, however, a problem area. Sales there, they're declining 28% in the most recent quarter.
Do you worry at all about some of the recent upstarts that have come into this space, particularly on the performance side, Hoka, On Running, Norda, et cetera?
But we have three incredible brands here at the company. We have Converse, we have Jordan, and we have Nike. So I think a lot of the work that we're doing in this new multi-brand offense that we're in is making sure that we intentionally shape the three amazing brands that we have. That allows us to, at certain times, come together to go after an opportunity in the market, but also to be more specific about what each brand represents and the growth potential of each. I think when we think about that, I think it's true. It's fair to say that the distance between ourselves and our potential is a little bigger than the distance between ourselves and our competition.
And we look at innovation not just in product, like Phil's talked about, but how we tell our stories and how we deliver experiences in the marketplace for consumers. And when you think of some of maybe our latest, most innovative marketing concepts, I think back to the last Super Bowl, a male sport at a really important time around the world. And we told the story of So Win through our female athletes, right? We listened to their voice. We're deeply connected to where they were at that moment. And we're able to tell the story of the support of those athletes and what they are doing in the world of sport today. So I think that's one amazing example as we continue to innovate by listening to them where they are, where the world of sport is and sport culture, and then are able to deliver something like So Win.
Amy, I'll give you the last answer here, and this is really on what you want the Nike brand to be, beyond what it already is today.
What I believe and want for the Nike brand is for us to always remember our roots and to honor our founder, to really come in every single day obsessed with serving the athlete, listening to their needs, not only meeting their expectations, but taking them somewhere new. And when we do that, there is all the opportunity in the world for our future.